Cuba. Please welcome Williams-Erislandy Lara. 7 wins.
Round one. He is a man and his volume.
Just stays ready to dance. And you got to care who you pick. Whoever shows up is who he's ready to deal with.
Lara said he wants to check Williams' chin. And we see here Lara staking out the middle of early pressure. Body from Lara.
And he touches the chin of Williams. And then they get tangled up and Williams gets tackled down.
A lot of fighters get on their bicycle when Joe Martinez stood his ground.
Lara, a two-time defector, tested and sent back, was amateur fighters for the 08 Olympics. From Cuba.
Big left hand.
Well, that's the surgeon could have defected.
No. He wasn't going to have many sympathetic ears if he tried to defect there.
Right! I said.
But as he said, you know, 51 weeks in camp, win a couple.
And behind his jab, right over the top, hit Paul Williams, right 10 pounds heavier than Lara. So
on the graphic earlier, we showed you the top junior middleweights. Sergey Zinzurek is one of them. Martinez also knocked Zinzurek out. His knockout, not just in terms of the blueprint, Roy, but in terms of the fact we heard George Peterson in Williams' corner say, you're not punching first. The Martinez knockout, he doesn't want to get countered.
Good left hand by Williams.
Now he's starting to.
Lara knows he's not Martinez hit him with. So Paul is not trying to fix the mistake.
Boxing reach compared to Williams, it looks like.
Quick guys, slow guys, he's fighting.
After that draw to Carlos Mundu, from Cuban perspective, and Williams gets rocked back and hurt.
Really planting his feet with these punches. First, Williams got to win this fight. He's losing it so far. And then he's got to make people. So far, he's done neither.
Changing the things, just like him and his. Well, if it does give him a big advantage, it'll happen late in the fight anyway, because you expect that Lara won't be so busy, and the more the fight goes, if Paul. You see Lara land a beautiful hook, straight left, then followed by a big jab, but the jab really caught Paul off balance and not really.
Number 3, good job through the first 2 rounds. Left hand from Lara. Williams misses with his.
A lot of effect on Williams anymore. The big shot, the overhand lefts, and they didn't have an effect on him.
Keep hitting them like that, they'll have an effect, though.
Later on, they would.
Punch out. Come on. Step back. Step back. Suéltalo.
That's different here. The 10 pounds. This guy's in a whole separate weight division.
Another straight left hand, though, by Lara that catches Williams.
Fights in close. Seems as though Williams has the chance.
Yeah, he fights like he's 5'9" to make contact with him, but if that's what you change it, so.
Right, his attitude seems to be, do
Hold it.
Roundhouse left from Lara.
If you're knocked out in your last fight by that punch, and that seems to be Lara's entire game.
He said he said in the meeting with you that they wasn't going to change anything. Not really a smart call, I don't think, but he's not changing nothing. He's throwing just as many punches as he used to throw. He's the same Paul Williams, and he's not going to change for nobody. So what he's depending on here is most of the Cubans, they have a hard time adjusting because they fought 3 rounds for so long. This kid has 300 fights at 3 rounds, going 12 rounds, and that's what Paul is depending on. He wasn't depending on not being caught with the left hand.
Use a strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, but you see he's starting to show fatigue already.
Well, he's starting to let Williams instead of standing his ground, and maybe that's already some fatigue.
7th marks the return of the Emmy Award-winning 24/7. This time around, our cameras will take you inside the lives of superstar Floyd Mayweather as they prepare for their upcoming welterweight showdown. As we begin round number 4, let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, I got a 3-0, 30-27, Erislandy Lara. You know, Bob, I got to tell you, you know, can't see that left hand coming over the top for nothing. I mean, Lara's just punishing the Punisher with that left hand over the top. I guess Sammy, 3-0, Lara.
We're in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Bob Papa, Roy Jones, Max Kellerman, HBO's Boxing After Dark, Paul Williams and Erislandy Lara in round 4 of a schedule. One of the things that Williams only 11 of 80 according to CompuBox.
Fight like a tall guy, so you don't expect that he would do so well with it. He doesn't use it as a jab is used to keep range.
I agree with what you guys are saying. Paul Williams over the last 2 rounds has had much better
Cuban guys, long careers of 3 rounds.
And pressure.
But we're also pressure from Williams that we just punch out the round in totality. It doesn't feel like it's the same kind of pressure.
You know, he got knocked out, then he felt that same shot again tonight. He's been hit with that same shot several times. It has to play a part somewhat on his mind. In his mindset, somewhere he's thinking somewhere I have to stop.
Peterson said, and Williams said, look for it. It looks like Williams should start preparing to see a left hand because, as Harold mentioned, it's like a blind spot for him.
Lara got hit with about 3 or 4 lefts as he was holding the right hand of Williams.
Trying to get a rest. Good.
So Ramos able to pull the knockout punch, turn the fight around, and win. Here, Paul Williams eats enough. At the end of the round, he got caught again.
Yeah, I don't like how much he's getting caught with his left hand. It's not a good look for him. Although this guy's smaller, the guy's not following it up, but you still don't want to keep.
At the end of that last round and in this round so far, but I love what he's doing, Roy.
He's a worker. We know that. We know that he will outwork any fighter in boxing right now today because he's going to average about 100 a round.
Guys, look at the knot. Excuse me, Bob. Look at the knot on the left side of Lara's head.
Yeah, stop getting hit with these left hands.
Well, I mean, it's up available to the shot by fighting so close to the guys. He gives these guys the opportunity to land that shot because of how close he wants to fight. If he wasn't fighting that close, he to land that shot.
Williams counters to the head. Williams
is bleeding right into the eye from a cut, and Lara has a big.
And they're really trading some shots here now. Paul is starting to land some shots. He's still catching a lot of them, but he's landing some too at least.
Oh, that thing is ugly on Lara's head. And Williams is throwing the right hook right at it.
Williams.
We said Lara was known for the 1-2-1-2, and he throws one big shot, then he doesn't throw anything else.
Lara not using his jab as much as he did earlier either.
They see those guys come with the heads that clashed right away, right there, and that's probably what also caused the cut on Paul Williams' eye.
That's great.
For 12. No knockdown so far in the fight. Williams got off to a slow start, trying to pick the pace up a little bit. 97 punches so far in the fight.
Let him go.
Shots right now, though, I can promise you.
Paul better off on the inside, Roy.
Yeah, he's better off inside, but the problem is on his way inside. That's when the left hand usually gets landed, when he's on his way inside. Once he gets there, it's not a problem to him.
It's amazing.
Tall, arms, great.
Champion right now.
No, I don't know, though, because of his style of fighting. He fights like he's a short man, so I can't really promise you that he would be.
Lara with a left and then hooks with a right, pushes him off and creates distance, Roy. That's when he has his best success.
It is. That's why I say it's safer for signs of fatigue.
Just a shorter fighter to push Williams back at times.
Shot. The Lara's definitely getting tired. His left hand, overhand left, doesn't have nearly the steam on it that it had 2 or 3 rounds ago.
Lose or draw tonight. You think Paul Williams is making anyone think that he could reverse the outcome of the Martinez fight tonight?
No, getting hit with those many left hands actually tells us that loss.
Suéltalo.
No, because Martinez is just appreciably more powerful.
Much more powerful, much more bigger guy than this is.
Time.
The left hand landed behind. The jab is landing over the top when he's trying to throw his left hand like he got caught. Over the top again behind. The elite fighters like Sergio Martinez.
In the commentary box in the last round, Williams threw a fight-high
56, 4 rounds to 2. Erislandy Lara. You know, by so many punches, it's unbelievable. But the truth, over the top of that left hand, he just does more damage. I mean, he whacked Paul Williams with a nice round, round 6, landed that right hook, and it's straight right over the top again. So 4-2, Erislandy Lara.
Easy. Paul Williams is.
This is what I don't understand. Do something different. Put your right hand up high or something. Don't get caught over and over with the same punch.
Yeah, I mean, you see him carry his right hand very low.
Yeah, you win in the fight. I mean, you win in that way. You win in most of your fights that way, I should say. Not this fight.
at exactly 50%
round right now. He's not even taking anything off these shots, not riding them back. He's just getting hit flush with left hand after left hand.
Fight his way out of the clinch. Lara holding with his right hand.
And maybe the hubris of Williams and his is that, hey, and out of 41 fights, 39 times his style shows everyone the blueprint. South, and he does nothing to correct it. Well, he keeps the right hand by
something to get out the way of the left hand, please. Don't keep getting caught the same punch. And by the way, Lara's corner has done a great job on that knot. You see it's going down some. Oh,
Williams taking power shot after power shot from Erislandy Lara.
I like the fight. I don't like how Paul is looking in the fight. To me, he's in a danger zone right now because he's getting caught too clear and too off. Max, I got to give you credit. You said it, and it makes sense because if you treat long enough, eventually it's going to come down. He's been getting caught with his left hand so much that in the last round, we finally seen his knees buckle from that overhand left.
I'll tell you how much Paul Williams is. You know, the Martinez round, it was a back-and-forth dangerous knockout in the second round. Big shots. This starts to get dangerous.
It's very dangerous, and this is the type of career late or once you do decide to retire. So I'm
kind of reminds me of the old Bill.
He does look like a shot fighter to you.
He doesn't look like a shot fighter because that was all not shot. Oh my goodness, get caught with shots like that.
And he is fighting. The only reason he got this fight and is such a big underdog is he's coming off a draw that people didn't think very hot. Set by a wide margin over Kermit Cintron. Suddenly it's like, you know what, Molina might be pretty good. Lara's pretty damn.
I must add, I know Molina, and he's a very good fighter, and he's not a guy that you can take lightly. So when they said that's we had a draw, Paul Williams, people said that nobody wants to fight Paul anyway. And you could kind of expect that because of his height for this weight division. How this was a bad call.
Yeah, well, Lara also, a couple years ago, looked like the most complete among them. Stagnated. When opposition, they thought maybe he regressed a little. Tonight, he looks like the guy who people had very good things to say about when he turned pro.
I'm not going to say that much, but I will say that tonight he has the right opponent in front of him, and he has the proper game plan for that. This fight will be over with already. There's no way that a 154-pound top-notch fighter should be able to hit anybody supposedly punch and don't get him out of it.
Prohibited favorite to beat Lara based on how he's looked so far.
He's not doing any of that as we embark upon round number 9. And Lara has actually out-jabbed him. To 10 more, 33 of 118. To Max Kellerman, who's in the corner of Paul Williams with trainer George Peterson.
Well, what is keep him in this? The guy doesn't want to fight. Trying to do for that left hand, which is good.
Fight with an overhand left, we notice it away from that left hand.
Away from that left hand, but then you got to take away.
This fight, will you advise him to retire after this fight?
Well, it depends. The fight isn't over yet. I want to see the conclusion of it.
At 6'2", and coming straight down the pipe like that is no way. The only way to do that is to be a tall, coming right down the pipe, you're going to run into it all straight down the pipe, bringing himself to the left hand. The kid can't miss him.
The other thing is, Quintana beat pretty tall. He's not a very thick guy, Roy. He's, so big he should move up to the... You see the difference between a Martinez beating him with a style and Lara now imitating that at the heavier weights.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I think Lara's running. I think fight happened the way it works best for him.
This is a guy who doesn't want to fight.
Lara, let's check in with Harold.
Erislandy Lara. I mean, he just keeps whacking. I mean, doing a lot. Occasional right jabs, right hooks. Well, he's a busy guy. He's the aggressor, but he just doesn't do more damage in a round. I mean, he's bleeding from Lara. It looks like he doesn't have a mark on him. He just keeps walking forward, getting low for that.
Ending all of the punch register in your mind that all of those kinds of punches are landed by Lara.
Right.
Well,
I actually have it, 8-1 on mine.
Got a pretty good-sized golf ball on the left side of his temple, so he does have a mark.
Well, that was from a clash of heads.
Although, yeah, it was from a clash of heads, but Williams been doing some work on it with the right hand since the clash of heads to make it a little worse.
This is where Williams has had his best success, is when he's fighting.
It's making it so easy for Lara now. Anytime a guy rounds, and if Paul was putting pressure on to making it hard for him, he could probably tire this guy. And now I don't think Paul's going to have a good chance of stopping him late in the fight.
Paul hasn't shown a lot of one-punch knockout power in his career. Top fighters with one punch. He knocked out Katana in the first round. Scored some knockdowns on one shot. Looks like he needs something like that to get back in this fight.
Of his 27 career knockouts, so only 2 have come past the 6th round.
That's a good way to start it. And I tell you what, it won't be because of the effort. I can tell you that much, because he gives him more effort than any fighter in the game.
George Peterson, they feel they need a knockout to win this fight. Lara, keeping it on the outside, has had tremendous success. Saw the CompuBox number.
Williams is straight dope in the.
Hey, he just hurt taking a real killer here tonight. Kid is really teeing off on him now.
Yeah.
Those shots take a lot out of a guy's life, and people don't understand that don't really box. But this is the type of punch once a guy's done with this game.
Paul Williams, not yet 30. He'll turn 30 later this month. Saved all, wants to be able to enjoy.
A guy that never takes a step back, and you saw him take a step back just a little while ago. And like I said, it's not because of the effort, because of his game. He is as game as they come. But sometimes people like him become a worse nightmare to his own self.
Ronnie Shields, the trainer for Lara, who's not here. He was with Kermit Cintra. He's fought a very smart fight.
Because he's not going to stop. He has that game that's about here. Never can I remember.
I think he's in imminent danger given the.
I mean, this is not good at all.
Things about afterwards.
Exactly.
His face is a bloody mess.
He's invested his money wisely. He owns a lot of fights. It might be.
And Lundy's not as swelling up on his head a little bit more now, too.
He's just fighting smart, though. Because when it's at distance, Roy, it's all Lara. This is the only. Was knocked out in the 2nd round, and his Sergio Martinez vowed that things would be different. But Erislandy Lara has hit power shots and left.
Williams, who's a warrior right now.
Same aggression that we used to see.
Who's going to be. I don't see any of those guys as prohibitive favorites.
And with Cintron, makes your cut.
Around that.
Maybe.
Can Paul Williams land that? His only
just left hand coming off a 2nd round knockout on a shot like that comes back even harder. A lot of heart.
You can't.
Well, he's been a warrior. He's a great.
When Max said he was a little small.
And give all the land. And was able to land those long lefts when he needed to, and he raises his hand.
Majority decision from Aiken, South Carolina, Paul the Punisher Williams.
And the power number.